I think team fights are not simple. Like, I look at this Chen Beast, I feel like it's hard to kind of run
Maniac, which is fun and all, but I like this whole Sunstrike focused invoker. It's a lot more exciting. Boxy in a lot of trouble. Level 1 already being run down by Yamson. The punch is gonna come out and first blood is drawn. Wildcard put one on the board. Very nicely done. For the Alchemist, so many new camps for him to farm around this area. He can just kind of remain pretty safe.
It's also really hard to go into the upper side of the jungle, right? Speed in a bit of trouble. Yamson's here though.
Does he have the damage to kill Speed? He has the Fairy Fire, the Sunstrike, looks to finish him off. Immediate TP away from Saberlight. Extremely heads-up play there, seeing the concoction come out. Good setup. They did not even need Insania there.
All together with maybe a big team fight, maybe some dagger reveals on Saberlight.
Oh, this could be good though. That's the Helm down finish by Fade, and he immediately puts it to work. The Raw backed up by RCY. Yeah, maybe it'll be this. Maybe it'll be this Wildcard set. Maybe it'll be this Wildcard set. Who knows?
Just another SCA player. Super high mechanical skill, need good team.
Set up here onto Big Num. Beautiful silencers. Boxy and Mickey get it done.
Yes, no toss. I was like, why is Mickey not tossing? He just doesn't have a point in toss.
Raw in the mid lane though.
And there's a Centaur stun too.
Yeah, immediate response there from Wildcard. Great moves. Getting the kill onto NISHA. A lot more high value.
Trouble here.
Yeah, they're looking for more. I don't know whether Saberlight can actually put a stop to this Fade. Charging at full speed. He's roaring. It can happen up into a Chen draft.
See a smoke on smoke action here, Saberlight. They want to make a move for the Shrine of Wisdom.
Okay, this is not happening anymore. Immediate retreat. Boxy looks to be the one to go down there. They don't even need to use the Raw. The Hawk gets it. Saberlight's pinging him out, but yeah, I mean, his team is
2 seconds on it.
A bit too far away. They RP in advance. That's the setup. That's a very, very nice catch. Great stuff from Saberlight. Lucky Invis rune. Cooldowns back up and then start pressuring these towers, but look at Liquid. Immediate smoke up. They want to try and punish any stragglers. Taking out the Weaver. Immediate Skewer and Fiend's Grip. Okay, well that's going to be one kill. From Fisher Studios. Where you can catch all the action. There isn't an Earthshaker in this game, but now they're fishing for this Beastmaster. The Meatball is going to burn him up. That's a huge kill. Saberlight might have to give his life for it. They can't get the angle though, and a beautiful tornado saves the Magnus. No, they got it pretty early. They got it at like what, like before it even hit 16, so 10 minutes later. On time, NISHA in the top lane. They're getting found out here. Way to stop the TP. Yules on the Weaver. NISHA, you gotta get caught again. This is gonna be rough. Can he get out of here? One more laser.
I don't want to play.
He has BKB, but there's a tiny, and that does physical damage. RCY. Ooh, that stings.
Can this even find the tiniest? 4k HP. I don't know if I want this fight, guys. Even if it's stabilized, he's so tanky.
I mean, Mickey's right there. Mickey's just gonna start punching into Fade. There's a Raw available, forced to use it on the Tiny to delay some of that BKB duration with a Skewer back. Yamson in trouble. The RP catching the Alchemist. You don't really have the full burst damage for him just yet. Don't have a Hand of God, but he is dropping low. Pops the BKB finally, forcing it out. Liquid should be pretty happy with that one. Didn't really need to use much. And hey, Insania also found speed as well. They got big number, the time lapse force. Just have to settle for the Chen.
His fights without Tinker is way too hard. I think that was like my biggest concern with that draft. Just going high ground into this Magnus Muerta Invoker is not simple. Oh my god.
That's the one. Hey, they make it look easy. They make it look so easy, and the second toss back, he might just have to buy back, but it's too late. The Beastmaster's just instantly dead. That looked so simple. That they didn't even need to break a sweat. Like they were focused on their own draft and how it came together, but clearly with the way that's lining up into what Liquid have on the table, just doesn't stack up.
Back here. 20 seconds is you're gonna lose your Rex for sure. Probably waiting for Fade on the Beast.
Perhaps. Yamson immediately controlled up. This is troublesome. Popping the BKB now to avoid that Skewer. Mickey will just decide to lose that Aegis. NISHA's in trouble. That's gonna be huge if they get the kill on the Invoker, and Yamson able to chop him down. That's a good start to the fight, but what else can Wildcard find? They still don't want to buy back on the Tinker, so maybe that's just the end of the chase. Sun comes out. Saberlight caught for a little bit here. Still should be able to just skewer away. Oh, okay. So he found himself on a very convenient location to escape. Insania's likely going to drop as well, but they can't get the touch onto Boxy. I mean, the NISHA kill is pretty huge, but the fact that they can't find anyone else, that's A little bit tough. Mickey is going to get an AD rune hide away.
Oh, if you can do this.
Yeah, this could be a little scary. Their vision. E-Blade just lasering away. Where's the help from Liquid?
I don't know what they're doing. It's rough.
Oh, a little bit of skill off.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's fair.
I actually don't have an answer.
That's fair. If you had an answer, you might be the coach of Wildcard. In lane, they got the catch on the fade. Very easy two-prong pick-off. Mickey on the top lane. Feeds grip onto Yamson. He can't pop his BKB. He's in trouble. Nice E-Blade save. Lets him pop the BKB. Great play from RCY. But everyone's going to get clipped by the tornado now. Feed is in trouble. They can just back up. Go again. Yamson just throwing out one last little concoction. Saberlight playing around with them though. The slow from the ice wall, it's very hard for them to continue on. RP, Cataclysm, that bug still managing to survive because there's a lot of creeps helping, but not against the Tiny. Mickey will finish him off. And Mickey does have to be careful. He doesn't have a BKB any longer, but he still has quite a bit of HP. We'll just soft commit, pull in the Yamson Alchemist, and GG is called. That was a mauling coming out from Liquid. It was a very quiet game.
Wildcard will go for the RCY Tiny. I was thinking about this too. I think the RCY Tiny is pretty nice.
This is always the scariest part about playing Weaver when your level 1 Shikuchi cooldown is still 13 seconds speed. Being run down here in the bot lane. Very nice setup. You talked about the danger of this. You think this is going to be another Helm Dom build? He has it queued up for now. Maybe just same kind of game plan, close out the map early on, NISHA. Fear of the rotation coming through here. Big Num. The chase down, the bug will finish him off. NISHA ends up going down. This is exactly for his team. Not really able to stop Mickey from farming. Of course they did. Counterpick this matchup again. NISHA in the mid lane. The TPs have to come to try and bail him out. Dunks latch onto him. He's trying to clear the creeps as much as he can, but the toss back. Roxy with a dead shot, buying some time, but not enough. Big Num could still be able to run him down. Last few auto attacks. Static Remnant not going to finish the job, but RCY, if he's traded out, that's not too bad. Roxy going for the last few auto attacks. Avalanche will keep him away.
If he had mana for a pool, I'm pretty sure Big Num just dies with power damage.
Yeah.
Liquid pressuring top for the Shrine of Wisdom. Speed will TP in.
Yeah, this is pretty nice, but they can't really push Mickey away. Boxy's here as well. Speed gonna make it just in time to interrupt that full channel, but he's probably gonna go down. Not much he can do. Fortunately, the Jakiro will go down. Meanwhile, Saberlight.
The corrosion now. Pound in some damage. Nisha's coming over though.
Yeah, he wants to make that rotation. Chase down. Dark Ascension available. Instant silence up. Very quick reactions here from Saberlight, looking to pressure the Jakiro. He might be the one going down though. Bug still on him. Nice homing missile stopping Yamson in his tracks. A bit of late rage there. Finish off that Jakiro. Yeah. Nice little infest onto RCY. That's way too tanky of a target. But Big Num, easy to splat, just like a bug. Goes down easily to NISHA for a double kill.
Nice gate. It's pressing their advantage with the top lane constantly being shoved out by Mickey and already back top with no boots.
I should be able to run him down though. He's still quite significant stuff. And don't try. Okay, relax. Sorry, Liquid. I understand. I didn't understand your game. Why is that the case? Is it just his early game has gone so poorly that he's not going to be able to scale out?
I think it's just based on draft, right? Like I say, you can't go X to scale because you play against A, you can't really win the game with this Helm of Dawn.
If they get RCY here, that's exactly what they want. Ice Blast over his head. He narrowly still gets clipped by it though. Good aim there from Insania. Now they're looking at Big Num. The stun up is there. Silence not needed when you can just blow him up with the magic damage. Liquid execute 2 in the mid lane. Quick Heroes really starting to eclipse their counterparts here, Fate. He knows that a move is coming towards him with how aggressively Saberlight is posturing. Zip in. That's going to confirm the info. Ice Blast on top of his head. That is just clean execution. This is an AA's dream game. You have a Night Stalker, a Storm just running in for you. You can always get a nice link to all of that. There's some nice behind the scenes and little tournament tidbits and stuff like that. Might have to hold that thought though. They're following up onto RCY Ice Blast off the mark. That's not going to make it very successful. They will just settle for speed. The Dark Ascension used, so the chase is on. Liquid, they still have vision of these wildcard heroes, but can the rest of the heroes catch up to Saberlight? Link away. Kikuchi. This is still coming out. They want to keep this going. full zip. That's almost all of Nisha's mana, but he still has half of the pool. More than enough to take down RCY. Good perseverance there. And Liquid secure another 2. Nice little toggles there. Yeah, look at how big Mickey is, man. They get AA. That's pretty nice. Looking for stragglers. Oh, this Saberlight could be huge. Good spot him here. Cut down the trees. Get the raw out. Oh, he ate the creep, but yeah, surely he's still gonna go down here. Not even needed to raw. Okay, not too bad. Wildcard get themselves a few licks back. Maybe they just expected somebody to be here, but
they want the mid tower, I guess. I think he can start Beast on the ward on the right side.
Okay, well, they see Beast now. So Fade maybe should have just backed all the way up, but RCY getting the toss back of the Saberlight, he'll just get a nice heal off the creep though. Now they see Speed, so Speed is probably close. And by some time, or at least amplifies all the damage coming out from the Revenant. They know. The jig is up. Yeah, I mean, Speed is just gonna die now. This move has just completely fallen flat. I mean, they saw Mickey, no? Did they not just feel confident enough to blink in and jump in? That's the only limitation for Liquid, is that all things considered, they're not really the best at taking these objectives, right? It's not like Mickey is gonna push these towers very quickly. Oh no, RCY tries to jump in to help his friend out. Might be in trouble. Doesn't have a BKB or anything of the sort, but the raw out onto NISHA. They're trying to pressure down the Storm Spirit, forced off to the high ground. Saved. Nicely done by Liquid support, and RCY now in major trouble. Shot down. Fort salvaging that situation for NISHA there. Okay, well, they're just gonna barrel down mid lane and try that way, I guess. Big Num gonna be able to break the smoke. Nicely done from the Weaver and escape back out to safety.
I get rocketed though.
I mean, they're gonna jump Mickey. Try and burst him down raw. This is what they wanted, and the Gyro's dropping low. The force up away the BKB, he's fine. Meanwhile, Fade dropping on the sidelines. Liquid again with the defensive items saving their carry. He didn't even need a second life. He's fine now. Big Num being tossed in front. Speed gonna go down. Toss out, time-lapse, Big Num saving him, but Nisha's back in. Nisha's still half mana. He can completely dominate this fight. That's exactly what he'll do. Yamsun has to try and turn around and fight with the Rage. Low on mana as NISHA, but still has a Soul Ring, hiding away with RCY. The 2 remaining members of Wildcard being watched by Saberlight. He can keep this chase going.
Or can he? Daytime, no matter on NISHA too.
I'm sure it is daytime. What the hell? Okay. What? Did they all escape? Okay, very nicely done. I say that. Okay, this could be a really big kill. Yikes. Alright. Well, he had a BKB, but he wanted to hang on to it, so that's gonna cost an absolute monster. We weren't necessarily convinced by it, but again, it's like if you can play such a great Storm Spirit, and who even cares? Yamsun? In? No, the bash! Oh, that's a fresh bash! Oh, Yamsun didn't see that one. He's gonna go down. Saberlight, the itemization, and now things are gonna start falling apart here. Fade has to run forward to try and commit, but the Muerta already in the Pierce the Veil. Wildcard to come back, it doesn't. Okay. I mean, they're still going, guys. Hello? I mean, I guess there isn't really a buyback that they can use or anything, but you gotta try and make some sort of a play. RCY, his idea of a play is trying to angle on the left side of the fight, but just gets Ice Blast, needs to go back into base. Your Ancient is falling, guys. 6 more seconds until the Beastmaster. But this is tough. I mean, the jump in now. Is it far too late? They can just focus down the throne. Sure enough, Liquid, they're just punching into it. NISHA's buying time, and that's it. Throne is down. Wildcard will drop.